We have waited 5 years for this moment, the moment when we got to take our own boat out to the Whitsunday Islands. It was meant to be the dream day exploring our new waters. Finally! But it turned into a slow motion and totally embarrassing rescue mission. Just quickly let me fill you in on how we got here. We have just moved into our dream home in tropical North Queensland, but it took us a bit to get here. We sold our house! We moved all the way from Geelong, 3,000 kilometres away, to the Whitsundays, right up here in North Queensland, a very different part of the country and a very different climate that we're used to. Well, the house is settled, which is really exciting, but we've got the pest inspector here who's spraying all the spiders. The truck actually broke down, which means we're going to have a house empty. So here we are navigating our brand new home that needs a lot of work in this completely different tropical climate, in a completely different town, and all while trying to get out on the ocean as much as we possibly can. The day has finally arrived that we get to go out here onto the water, but the thing is we've never actually been out on this water before. We've gone out on the catamaran, but that was kind of out the other way, like towards the islands. Never actually really boated out here, so we're keen to see what is out here. I've looked in the book, but I don't know that there's any snorkeling spots in this area. It seems like they're all further out. Mark has got like a new navionics thing, like a new sounder, so I'm sure that would tell us like where the snorkeling spots are, if any, sort of closer, or do we really have to go like right out to the reef, like, or closer to the reef? That's something that we're going to establish today. We've got everything packed, we've got a couple of drinks, got lots of water and sunscreen. Kids are all tired because they stayed up so late last night. Yeah, let's do it. You want to come in the boat, Remy? It's going to be very, very interesting how you go, because you've never been in a boat before, have you? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. We'll tie this up so that you can carry it just until we get to the boat. There you go. Oh, hi boss, you can't come. Kind of shirt. I'm going to take the BCF one, and I think I'll take my white linen one as well. Marcus just said maybe the reason why there's no things on the map about snorkeling here is because it's a bit more like crop country, or there's no snorkeling spots. I'm going to take the gear anyway, just in case. Asked me to back it down, which I don't normally do, so I've just got to listen to his instructions. We are in the water. Now I've got to try and find a park, and I'm towing a trailer and I'm not very good at that. I don't really tow. Okay, so I got a park and I got here okay. It's a little bit tricky because, you know, I'm not experienced at that, but I'm parked like way up at the school, so it'll be taking me a few minutes to walk back down to the boat ramp. Good girl, Remy. Can you believe it? We're actually out on the water in the Whitsundays. Finally! If we can just maintain this speed, that'd be great.
Maybe I should have filled it.
Just having a little trouble with the fuel. Is it like the fuel line's not pumping to the motor, so it's not wanting to take off? Just needs a little bit of a run maybe, hopefully. He's had brand new everything basically put in, so hopefully we're not just stuck out here, although I won't mind. Since Mark had spent so much time and money just recently on this motor and on the boat, he just wanted to kind of take this boat out for a bit of a test run, make sure everything is working before we actually ventured out too far. Low now? Or is it idling high?
No, it's still alright.
It was about here, probably 7 minutes into us being out on the water, that we realised that the motor wasn't going to go any higher than around 7 knots, but we thought we'd just give it a bit of a test run. Maybe it just needed a bit of a go before the fuel would get through and we could go a bit faster. Oh, Woodwife Bay, is that where the northerlies is?
No.
Oh, where's northerlies then?
Back there at Pioneer Bay. See us out here from home.
So I think we're out here right now. Yeah, so basically we can't go any further, and we can only go 6 knots. Any higher than that and the fuel pump's not.
We've got to putt all the way back.
Yeah, just because we can't go, as soon as he goes any faster than 6 knots till it just cuts out, and you don't want it just to cut out and then. Catch us some food.
I brought the mangoes.
No, you didn't. I brought the mangoes. I got videos of me packing. As well. My GoPro is being so annoying it cuts off 8 seconds as well. Everything's just like shutting out just before we want to use it. It seems that we can just kind of sit on 6 knots, which is like a trawling speed apparently. Making a funny noise, yeah? It just stop on its own.
What?
After we had a nice 10 minutes just chilling out in the boat and relaxing, when we went to start the motor again, it wouldn't start at all. It had been idling too high, but it calmed down, so we thought that the problem had fixed itself, but apparently not. Almost. Mark worked tirelessly to see if there was any way that he could find out what the problem was himself, but after about an hour and a half, we thought it was best that we call the VNMAR, which is Volunteer Marine Rescue Service.
else I can do. The what, sorry? Sorry, what was that?
Your vessel, please.
Colour. It's white, mate. White.
Pacific Gulf.
When we'd radioed and talked to the rescue service, they said that there was other jobs that they were doing at the time, like going out to Whitehaven Beach, so it was going to be a couple of hours. We were only sitting off Bluff Point. We could actually see our house from the boat. But even though we were sitting there waiting, it was still enjoyable sitting out on the ocean, you know, being out there, finally, even though it was under these terrible circumstances that we needed to get someone to tow us in, which is a bit embarrassing. What do you reckon, Tex? Are they coming here? How you feeling, Mark?
I didn't expect it to be all smooth sailing.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. At least we kind of only putted our way a little bit until it conked out.
Yeah, can I just get you?
Yeah, my phone's flat at the moment.
Like they've been supposed to coming around that point for like an hour and a half now, do you reckon?
Oh, yep.
We spent 3.5 hours at anchor waiting for a tow. No phone signal, no distractions, just us, the boat and the sea. And weirdly, it was kind of magic. The gentle sway of the water, the breeze brushing past and the sun warming on our faces, it was like the ocean pressed pause on life. No scrolling, no rushing, just stillness, and sometimes these breakdowns can bring the biggest blessings. Wow, it's so beautiful.
Hi, John.
I got a bit sunburned yesterday. So he might put a timer.
Really?
No, I don't reckon. Oh.
Yeah, they've got someone else to go pick up after us.
What do they?
At Gloucester stuff.
Gloucester?
Yeah, Gloucester.
Right up in that point.
Yeah, yeah.
about where that hill is out the back there.
So they've ended up being pretty busy.
Oh, this is a good little one. Oh well, sorry kiddos.
Getting towed back to shore on our very first boat trip? Yeah, not exactly how we pictured it. 1 minute we're living our best lives, well maybe 7 minutes. And the next thing we're getting on the radio to call for help like stranded sea rookies. The motor gave up before we got a proper dose of salt water. Slightly humiliating, yes, but hey, we laughed, we bonded, we got a ride home with the volunteers and made a nice donation to them as well. Not quite the maiden voyage that we imagined, but we definitely got one that we won't forget.
Water is so salty. The old mate just drop off.
Oh, he did. Well, that is a relief. We have the boat on the trailer. It was so crazy. Like they had to tow us all the way in, and then at the end they had to tie us up next to them to get us into the, what do you call that? To get us into the jetty so that we could get out. And then Mark had to pull like the rope up onto the trailer to get the boat out. That was like mental. We're home and the boat's home. Oh, that was absolutely wild. Hopefully next time is nothing like that and we can work out what the problem was with the motor. Hopefully it doesn't need replacing because that will be like 20-25 grand and we just don't have the budget for that. Busy day, not the day that we expected on our first day out on the ocean or out in the islands, but it was still nice to get out there. Hopefully next time will be not eventful like that. Hopefully you can fix the fuel pump.
Yeah, new fuel pump.
New fuel pump, and that won't cost too much money. You pretty much think that's what it is, yeah?
High pressure fuel pump.
Otherwise, as a new motor is like 20,000 or something. I have no idea, but whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one. Make sure if you haven't subscribed that you subscribe.